Mississippi inside the SJB Pavilion. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. We just tipped off, we just started. It is Ole Miss in Arkansas in a critical SE. For joining us tonight with Jimmy Dykes, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. Arkansas's first look at the rim is a missed opportunity. That was Chandler Lawson. He doesn't quite get back on
to find out.
Remember, that's the same Tremont Mark that went for a career-high 35 last week and hit the game winner against Texas A&M. Brakefield tried to block that one and couldn't quite.
Number 7 in red.
That's it. Just 8 games, that's all. The Southern Miss transfer. Morrell, that's a difficult one. You know, he has turned into a very skipper ball club in year 1. Maybe one of the best examples of finding some winning play.
And changing the...
I think it's going to be very important in this game. Eric Musselman has been vocal in recent weeks about we need to find the players that compete with great energy out there. Morrell buries the three. Makai Mitchell into the game for Arkansas. He's got the ball, number 15, hands off to Battle. Battle picks up the dribble, and Brandon Murray has him checked up. Mitchell, yes.
And just swarming. No Tremont Mark, and it's time for Arkansas to drive if you're Eric Musselman and the Razorbacks.
Yeah, the numbers weren't. They've been one of the better teams in the nation when it comes to the turnover margin. They've been pretty effective not giving it away this year, save for their last loss against Auburn a few days ago.
Down that left side.
Another giveaway. This is Murray figuring out what to do. Takes it up. Sharp, the follow slam. You mentioned that Duke game. How brilliant was he that night? Oh, Murray, the crossover, step back. And a rebound down to Cisse. Caldwell cutting, and the throwdown. Great movement away. What is Arkansas's response? Down a dozen. On the drive, Menefield, the leaner, bounced left. New 20, here's Pinion, 4-3.
To my point, man, you get that.
Was able to knock it away. Menefield was open momentarily. Davenport threw it away. Murray read the passing lane that time.
Yeah, everybody saw it on time except Davenport, just a half step late to the party.
That is Murray's shot this year. Take on the defending national champs. That's 9th-ranked LSU. That one tips off 8 Eastern on ESPN. Morrell looking for a second triple. Okay.
He has turned into a fighter under Chris Beard as much as anything. He's always been able to score, but his fight level has really...
7-0 in this building with some pretty key victories throughout the year. Arkansas needs a spark. Maybe Menefield. He drains the
future pros that can bail you out in bad spots. Just things that Arkansas has not found yet this year. Bam!
It's a 12-point lead for the Rebels. Brakefield, Flanagan got it. Yeah. Collision course in Baton Rouge
between those two programs.
Mark is offline. And these Rebels, Jimmy, they have been up double figures since really the early minutes of the game. Menefield, nice backdoor cut on the baseline.
Yeah,
he receives his eligibility or becomes eligible mid-December.
Of 20 or more points.
Yep.
And he can't get to double digits right now to save his life.
Oh, lob it up to Graham. Has missed a few shots here. They haven't hit a field goal in close to 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's not the shot that Flanagan needs to be taken. He's a 19% three-point shooter, and exactly right. That's a shot turnover by Flanagan. He takes the...
It's just the 15th
foul
on Arkansas.
Foul, yeah.
I could have sworn I saw the and one signal. So, however, Ole Miss now another chance, and Matt Morrell has got everything across the board. Field goal percentage, points per game, minutes, everything is up. Brakefield, yeah, you can count this one. Always play the game, not the scoreboard, is what he likes to say. Shot clock training. Brakefield got a couple of players up in the air. Count it! And the foul!
That's a really, they're pretty much staying attached. A 4 not to...
Free throws made. However, 9 of 11 thus far in this game, so they must get there a bit more frequently. Flanagan attacks the rim and acrobatic.
He played.
Davenport trapped in the corner. Got it away to Lawson, and he lays it up and in. So that's the first basket.
Long of a kid that he is around that rim.
All right, so he is longer than Jamarion Sharp is tall.
How about that? And Jamarion Sharp walking beside him at the intermission.
Freshman Layden Blocker, that's the 5, with Arkansas missing Both Brazil now and Mark. Hangs on the rim. My goodness, how many times did that hit the rim without falling through? Mitchell is still on the ground. No whistles yet. It's still an active transition opportunity. Morrell drains it. And now we're a couple of years ago. Morrell open for three. There's Sharp. Look at that long reach. It's pterodactyl-like.
Wow. Yep.
Selfish attitude. Trying to help a teammate out. He has no problems coming off the bench.
With some pretty good speed for a kid that long.
He also might have the best shoe game tonight. There's some sharp Nikes. Murray is open. Buries a three. Ole Miss has opened.
Very difficult to handle in this building. The student section is tremendous. It wraps pretty much 75% of the lower bowl. And Ole Miss is going to do this till career.
There's Sharp. He's just bigger, taller than everyone. Morrell, not that time. This is Brandon Murray. Head fake. Bounce pass. Sharp off the glass and in. I mean, what is ESPN? A lot of quality teams in action. I think that's going to be a Kentucky team with a little chip on its shoulder heading into Bud Walton Arena.
They got balance scoring tonight. Grant Nelson had 14. Mark Sears with 22. Reitzel had 14. Ryland Griffin with 17. Auburn only 5 out of 25 from that three-point line.
And it was a tight one going down the stretch, as you mentioned. So you mentioned Sears going for 22. It's a nice drive to the basket.
In their energy, with their voices.
I'm just glad you got here from College Station.
I am too.
Were you on the...
They have gotten away from it in the second half. Ole Miss now up 33-19 in the rebounding department.
Wow. Oh, there's a vicious throwdown. Jamin.
Man, you allow a guy to make a jet cut right down the middle of the lane against your defense. Sends a big message.
Davenport.
Conference play.
Right, and a lot of folks, particularly fans, nice cut and dive to the rim there by Mitt. They had Arkansas, that is, had fallen into an early conference hole the last few years. However, you said this before, the hole is just a bit deeper overall based on what happened in the the paint, and now backs it up. So he's got the mismatch here. Murray, the screen. Pinion switches onto him. The blow-by, pulls up, banks it in. Jalen Murray.
He's Texas that used to go to in recruiting, talking about where to get chicken and where the best baked beans are and how he likes his popcorn when he goes to a movie. Man, I learned a lot about Chris Beard.
Well, that's the way popcorn should be served. Yeah, that's a high arcer. Look out, Jamarion Sharp on one of the food channels.
Ken, if you can't guard the ball, you can't guard the glass. And that's Arkansas has struggled in the second half in particular. There again, can't guard the ball that gets on the glass.
So Ole Miss, as you saw a few moments ago, it is one of those first four teams out. And look, we've got a lot left in this regular season, plus the SEC.
We're right here by Arkansas's bench, and they continue to be engaged. Muss on the bench. There's just not enough offensive punch at all right now in this Arkansas lineup to win a game in the SEC on the road. There's just not.
It was on that 20th. I gotta get biceps like.
Ball when the ball was above the rim, he owned it. And a really good resource in terms of the toughness. Fits right in with the organizational flow that Chris Beard is building this program with.
Another three in the corner. Beard was trying to recruit him out of high school. He really couldn't do anything. And they played
in league. They do not care if you have guys injured. And Saturday will be in a bad mood to say the least. And Arkansas is going to have to grow up. Yeah, they came in off of a couple of losses, and he continues to just drive them daily in practice.
To go. For Ole Miss, it gets back to 500 in league play, scores 77. And Jimmy, this is Ole Miss's biggest win against Arkansas in more than 50 years.
And
wow,
the fewest points allowed by Ole Miss this year.